Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Ohakade, I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Valkada, and today we are checking out Even In Arcadia by Sleep Token, their new album. I've been looking forward to this. I really enjoyed analysing the singles, you can check them out in the Sleep Token playlist in the description, and now we have the rest of the material to dig into, so it's gonna be fun. This will be part 1 of the reaction, where we're gonna cover the songs Look to Windward up until Caramel, and in part 2 we will be covering the songs Even In Arcadia up until Infinite Baths. My patrons get early access to part 2 right away, link is in the description, and I think that about covers it. I'm so excited, let's get into this. First track, Look to Windward. Very interesting sound design. They always have very interesting synths going on. No lyrics for this one yet, unfortunately.
Will you listen just as my form starts to fission? Losing this war of attrition, just as I drift away. Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Very hypnotic repetition of that line.
Shadows longer to me than a light, yeah. Moving so slow I could die, yeah. Say you can let me say, yeah. Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
So catchy. Will you haunt this eclipse in me? That's how I hear it. Probably mishearing that lyric. Really, they're really taking their time with this build-up. Pizzicato strings. I'm ready, give it to me. Still in suspense, that's fine.
Everything looks the same. Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Hell yeah. Woo. So satisfying. Okay, so let's just pause it for a second, discuss what we've heard so far. Really great build up, very gradual, really taking their time with it. Obviously, this is one of the longer songs on the album, 7 minutes 46 seconds, really beginning with just that delicate synth riff and his vocal melody, almost a cappella, only backed up by the synth riff and all of the elements being added. Those pizzicato strings, kind of transitioning into more legato strings too, really filling out the sound. There was also that vocoder, almost improvised vocal melody going on with the strings too, and all the while he's hypnotizing you with this repeated line. Will you haunt this eclipse in me? Am I hearing that correctly? Pretty cryptic lyric, but I like that. I like poetry, I like metaphors, I like not really getting on the surface what the song might mean, and I like having to dig into it. It is a shame that the lyrics aren't available on Spotify right now, but I will pull up the lyrics for some of the other songs where the lyrics are available, such as Emergence, but love this track so far, and of course I love that crash into the breakdown. I felt that breakdown was coming. It's kind of their bread and butter, leading us up to really heavy breakdowns, but even though I knew it was coming, the way they implemented it was so powerful, so satisfying. And I love how that scream was just held out for a very long period over those bars of riffs. Really beautiful. And now the heavy riff is transitioning into something more melodic. So let's back up a few seconds. Here's that melody coming in. Taking a break already?
I've got eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds. You brave for
Okay, the trap.
sound, not brave for silence. Downright faithless, I can't deny. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent. Over till I say it's over. No more little angel sitting on my shoulder. So give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up borders. Walking with God, so merely stumbling forth until there's fire at the gates, until I fall to the floor. You know I live by the feather and die by the sword, and I waltz under the earth only to burn the reward. Even in this garden of gardens, I am the god of the gaps. I am the demon of Sodom. I am the blood of an angel, the fate of the fallen. Nobody knows where I came from, even I have forgotten. And I've been lying
Really pretty vocal melodies.
like this, drowning in burning brighter bits. Even in stratospheric depths, this vertigo. I used to know myself. Oh, and you used to know me well. Oh, and
I'm reminded of a certain hip-hop artist's work here, but he shall not be named.
myself alone. You wish that you could make me.
Love this section, it's beautiful. Lots of stopping and starting. making the riff much nastier second time round. Okay, I really enjoyed that opening track. I have some thoughts on the second half. I'm not sure if I find the structure of the second half as satisfying as the first half. We have this little trap section here. And while I enjoy the trap section itself, I was a little surprised that they had this in there, since there's a part very similar to it in Emergence, I think. And it's kind of a callback to the structure of songs like The Summoning, isn't it? Where it's like, starts off very heavy and then you have that little trap part in the middle. So while it is a creative structure to some extent, I worry that it comes across as a little formulaic for them, okay? Since they've used this combination of styles in this order before. Also, this little part right here, with the falsetto and the piano chords, is really gorgeous. And then how they started incorporating this part with the metal here. This is really lovely. And I'd love for them to have kept this going. This is really, really great. And I would love to like keep building on this. Like, because I can hear other places this could go in this direction, and then it kind of dips out in favor of this whispered, spoken bit, transitioning back into a more heavy breakdown. Just comes across as a little bit long-winded, removing momentum for what reason, I'm not sure. So those are my honest thoughts on this first track. In general though, like the production and his vocal performance and the mix, the textures they've chosen are all really beautiful, really satisfying. I'm just a little bit uncertain about the structure because I feel a bit blue-balled by them not developing that really pretty falsetto / metal part. Just my own taste, of course. Let's move on to Emergence. Now, I have done a full analysis of this one already, so I won't go as deep today, but I'll chat through it and see what comes to mind.
Living on a promised word. Well, I am the rose you relinquished again.
We do have lyrics for this too.
You and I are down head first in another world I had. But I have a feeling we're close to the end. So come on, out from underneath who you were. Come on now. You know that it's time.
So beautiful, this melody. Love his vocal performance. This song is so strong. It really is. Maybe because I analyzed the music so much last time, I can pay attention to the lyrics this time and try to come up with some theories on what they're about.
Are you carbide on my nano, red glass on my light bulb, dark light on my culture, sapphire in my white gold, burst out on my chest and hide out in the vents, my blood beats.
I never noticed that little alien reference before. Burst out of my chest and hide out in the vents. That's pretty sick. The only question is what it means as a metaphor, but I love the reference. Love that kind of nerdy stuff. I'm super into it. And then maybe those other lines, like carbide on my nano, red glass on my light bulb, maybe there are references to other sci-fi stories too that I might not be aware of.
Light my bite right through your lenses. Midnight in my mind's eye, drowning out the daylight. Godspeed to my enemies, will be asking for that call sign. You know the behavior, canines of the savior. Glory to the legion, trauma for the neighbors.
Now that I listen to this trap part in this song, It does have a significantly different flow than the one in the first track, which is good. Can't really gather what the song is about yet, but I do really like the wordplay and poetry of the lyrics.
I've got solar flesh for your dead god, space dust for your fuel rods, dark days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of hellfire on the winds that started from within. My blood beats so alive, my tear right through my skin. So tell me what you meant by living past your half-life and lockstep with the universe and your well-fascinating afterlife.
You know what's a cool little detail in the lyric? In lockstep with the universe, there is a little like skipping step in the drum pattern. Listen here closely.
My tear right through my skin, so tell me what you meant by living past your half-life and lockstep with the universe and your well-fascinating afterlife.
Hear that little skipping step in the drums on that lyric? Love that. I've learned recently from someone in the comments actually that that kind of thing is called musical painting. Let me just confirm that. Or tone painting. Basically trying to reflect the meaning of the lyrics in the music itself. And this is a really cool example here. I love it.
You know that I'm sanctified by what's below. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you might be the one to take away the pain and let my mind go quiet. And nothing else is quite the same as how I feel when I'm at your side.
Is that a simple love song? Or is he speaking to himself, maybe? About emerging as someone new. Maybe it's about encouraging yourself to be yourself, come out from that shell, or it could be about encouraging a loved one to do so. But yeah, the line, "Go ahead and wrap your arms around me," sounds like it's about support, emotional support, between two people. But let me know your interpretation. They really do have some very groovy riffs. And I love how there's a hint of melody in this riff too. Very mellow album so far. Love this sax outro as well. It's placed perfectly. What does the album title mean, Even in Arcadia? Is that the name of a track on this album? Can't recall without looking at the track list. Let's see. It is, okay. 6th song. Ethereal fade out. Really lovely. Now we have the song Past Self. We don't have lyrics yet. Another song I haven't heard yet. This is exciting. A shorter one too.
it's not a game or a fantasy, and I don't even know who I used to be. But nothing is the same, and some things have to change now. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy, and I
Very
don't
poppy.
even know who I used to be. But nothing is the same, and some things have to change now, now. Clawed out of my woodwork, bolts out of my blue depths, in and out of my dreamscapes, people acting different.
So one immediate criticism I have is this flow is identical to the flow in Emergence. Da 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 da, right?
Clawed out of my woodwork,
Carbide and my nano, right?
in and out of my dreamscapes.
Could be intentional. It's peculiar though to have a specific flow reprise so early on the album. I'm not sure I understand that decision yet, but let's keep it going.
People acting different. One look at my past self, double taking my cash flow, apologizing for shit that frankly I stopped thinking of years ago. And you know I deliberate on cutting out the demons. I still need a dark side, they just need a reason. The passage of the hours into rushing through the seasons, falling through my mind with the leaves on the tree. So keep me alive, keep me believing that now is the time to take it or leave it. Gave away all my blessings, lift off, weightless, torn apart by the true believers.
I love those falsetto melodies.
Dance on the line with me. You know it's not a game or a fantasy, and I don't even know who I used to be. And nothing is the same, and some things have to change now. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know
This is a cute song. I actually quite enjoy it.
Stepping up from my future, uploading my true self. Did I get this far for nothing, or are you the reward? Guiding hands in this hell house, opening new. If this is love, I am out of hesitation.
Okay, so this is really interesting. It's a very enjoyable track, kind of straight up pop R&B, which I love. I do predict there might be a breakdown coming in here somewhere, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that didn't happen. It does have quite a mainstream sound. I find that this album may be their most mainstream sounding album yet, especially with songs like Caramel and Damocles. These kinds of songs are far more feathery, light, breezy, boppy than what they might usually make. Like the darkness is kind of lifting in tracks like these, which I'm actually totally down for. It's a cool contrast to the heavy and dark places that this album has taken us in parts. It does annoy me that they're reusing the flow from Emergence for quite a few vocal lines here. Da, 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 da. I don't know why they're reusing that, but otherwise I think it's a really cool, pretty song.
Did I get this far for nothing, or are you the reward? Guiding hands in this hell house, opening new. If this is love, I am out of hesitation. Head over heels at elevation, walking an inch above the pavement, taking it stride by stride together. If this is real, then I am all up in a frenzy, not like before when I was empty. Say that the story we tell is never ending, taking it side by side together. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy, and I don't even know who I used to.
This is a straight up early 2000s, you know, pop R&B, and I'm honestly loving it. If there's something in the lyrics that I'm missing, please forgive me. I don't have them in front of me. Maybe the lyrics are juxtaposing the sound a little bit, where it's about something darker than it seems. But as far as a enjoyable, adorable little pop R&B track goes, this is really good. I really like this song, except for that reused flow. I won't let them off the hook for that one yet. Really solid. I like it. Dangerous. Another song yet that I haven't heard.
I wish I could have known that look in your eyes would echo in mine and go.
Far more atmosphere on the vocals.
Was the last time I felt like this? Dark desire and tainted place. It's like you're dangerous to me. I notice every time we meet. I feel the ground beneath my feet.
Love that pulsing bass. Foreshadowing something. I think that their vocal writing is maybe their strongest suit. The melodic writing. It's so beautiful and varied and dynamic. The melodies rise and fall in a really satisfying way. Alright. That synth sound, really like hip hop influenced, super nasty, really rhythmical. I absolutely love that. This goes so hard. Oh, this song is really going up there. Could be my favorite so far. Okay, I'm getting chills. Pretty flawless track so far, pretty flawless. Wow, this song is really giving me everything that I didn't even know I wanted. You know, this is just an unexpected sound that is really waking me up. Doesn't really sound like anything that the singles have presented. Way darker, focused on a nice atmosphere, nice groove. Nothing too crazy, no transitions that are going too crazy yet. Just a really sick groove, sick sound design, beautiful vocal melodies. Reminds me a little bit of The Apparition, which is my favorite Sleep Token song to date, in the fact that it really does focus on a nice steady groove throughout. But yeah, this song might overtake The Apparition as my favorite. Let's see how it finishes off. Seems like we're entering a little bit of a softer section here. Very Apparition-like, that transition. The high belted note over the sudden drop. Alright, cool. I think I will have to get used to that final section with the softer bridge and the more chaotic drop. They were playing around more with the time signature there at the end. We could have still been in 4/4, but they were staggering the rhythm, bit of a more polyrhythm going on in the drums and stuff. But I love the vocals. I love the melodic riffs. And I think after I hear that final section a few more times, it's gonna sit in very snugly in my brain. A contender for the best song on the album, if you ask me. Okay, we are gonna finish off part 1 of this reaction with Caramel. Again, if you'd like to join me for early access to part 2, link to my Patreon is in the description. Otherwise, let's dive into Caramel. This is another track that I analyzed already, but again, let's see what else comes to mind this time around. I'm quite fond of this song, by the way. It really grew on me a lot since I first listened. Another thing I want to say is I actually did get yelled at in the comments a little bit for not addressing this song's meaning enough in my analysis. And I just want to acknowledge that I'm aware of what this song is about. The structure of the song musically represents the lyrics super well. As a listener and just as a composer in general, I just naturally hone in on the music first and foremost. But I am happy I get this opportunity to actually read these lyrics line by line, which I didn't before. I did know what the song was about when I first listened to it, but I haven't actually read the lyrics line by line before, so this should be interesting.
Count me out like sovereigns, pay back for the good times. Right foot in the roses, left foot on a landmine. I'm not gonna be there, tripping on the grapevine. They can sing the words while I cry into the baseline. Wear me out like Prada, devil in my detail. I swear it's getting harder, even just to exhale. Backed up into corners, bitter in the lens. I'm sick of trying.
Isn't Exhale a song title by them? Let me check this. Sorry, I was thinking of Euclid. It's the E in the word. Never mind.
Every time they take your mind, so stick to me like caramel.
Love this chorus. It's so catchy. I know it's about something dark, but they're juxtaposing that with this very pretty melody.
Is it going good in a garden? Say I'm lost, but I beg no pardon. Up on the dice below on the cards, I try not to talk about how it's harder now.
Up on the dice, but low on the cards. Maybe implying that he feels very lucky to live the life he does and have the success that he does, but low on the cards. Meaning that he feels like he's missing a core part of the game, a real advantage in the game. He's missing the inner strength, I guess. That's how I interpret that line. Because if you want to feel confident in poker, you gotta have good cards. And he feels like he's lacking the cards. He's not equipped to deal with this fame, or at least the downsides of fame that he's experiencing. But I'm still glad you came, so let me see those hands. That's a really nice line to include. Because even though he's annoyed at you guys, he still loves you, okay? It's possible to, venture frustration at someone, but still appreciate them very much. And that was a really thoughtful line to include in this song.
get caught, I'm grateful, I know. So I'll keep dancing along to the rhythm. The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest.
I'm really taking in every lyric. Sorry if I'm not speaking very much.
But maybe I didn't.
And this breakdown, I kind of complained about it the first time I heard it. It's very harsh, very dissonant, super harsh transition in this song. But thematically, I get it more now, I understand it more now, reading these lyrics. I do like how he includes more metaphorical lines along with some literal lines. It's a good balance.
The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't.
Yeah, I love how there's more poetic symbolic lines interspersed with the more straightforward lines. So he's not kind of alienating listeners who prefer lines that are easier to understand, okay? And I don't mean that in a bad way, but some people really do prefer plain wording. And sometimes plain wording is much more impactful than a line that is dressed up in symbolism for no reason, okay? His lyrics have a really good balance of both. You have the more literal lines, such as, terrified to answer my own front door. And then you have the more cryptic lines like, missing my wings in a realm of angels. And sure, I can take a guess at what that probably means, but it's still open to interpretation, more than the previous line, I'd say. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this album so far. It's strong. And even though I have some critical thoughts on it in places, I'm really having a good time with it, I have to say. Again, feel free to join me on Patreon for early access to part 2. Link is in the description. If you'd like to go back and see my first time reactions to Emergence and Caramel, the link to my Sleep Token playlist is down below. Otherwise, let me know what you think of this album and of my analysis. Again, my name is Arcadia, composer for the symphonic metal project Falcata. If you'd like to check out our music, you can find a link in the description too. There's also a link to my full reaction database spreadsheet if you're curious about all of the other music I've covered on the channel. Apart from that, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.